Hello and welcome to Sleeping with Sarah. I'm Sarah Albritton and this is my 12th episode. This week I slept with Adeniyi, a comedian who travels all over the country doing college shows and clubs. For the whole month of June, he'll be doing a residency at Zany's in Old Town, Chicago, so be sure to check him out there. Also, this podcast is now brought to you by Audible.com. You can go to audibletrial.com/sleepingwithsarah and get yourself a free audiobook of your choice. I like to recommend Born Standing Up by Steve Martin because he reads it himself and plays the banjo in between the chapters. And it's also an awesome book. I've also got my show Secrets, Lies, and Alibis on June 7th at the Elbow Room at 8 p.m. So be sure to check that out. Today's episode, Sydney and I get into it talking about insomnia, renting animals, Netflix and chilling, and living without internet. So let's get started with the show. Sarah. Welcome to Sleeping with Sarah. I'm Sarah Albritton, and with me here is my friend Sydney.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? How'd you sleep last night, Sydney?
Lonely. I slept fine.
You slept fine? Yeah. Do you usually sleep pretty good?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't sleep a lot. I have a bad habit of not sleeping much.
Yeah? You have insomnia?
Yeah, kind of. I'm always out late, doing shows and stuff like that. And then I either go to sleep late or wake up early. It's kind of a bad habit.
Yeah, so you you go to sleep at 3 a.m. and still wake up at 6 a.m.? Is that?
Yeah, I got that bad as well. So it's usually 7.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you function on very little sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't drink coffee or anything like that. That's
wow.
kind of my thing.
That's kind of the opposite of me. I need 10 hours of sleep. You need 3. We could balance each other out,
I
right?
need 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And after 5, my body just wakes up.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's just no, we got to get up. I'm I'm still tired.
Does it make you more active? Does it make you do more things, you think?
No.
Nope.
Not necessarily. No, I don't necessarily get more done. So, today I was still late to church. So, yeah.
What happens if you're late to church? Do they call you out? No.
No, luckily, hopefully, they don't.
Sorry, just in my head, it's like church. You get called out, everyone turns and stares at you and just bum, bum, bum.
I just hope, if it's Judgment Day, that they're not really well, you were late a lot. I was hoping you guys didn't notice.
Hey, God says you got to be punctual too.
Yeah, you should have put that in the Bible somewhere about being there on time or early. I didn't read that part. Did you read the Bible? Nope, didn't read that part either. So I don't know if it's actually in there.
Yeah, but that's funny. Now, if church were later, if it were later at night, do you think you'd be better to be on time? No.
No, it's actually. So I woke up around 7 today.
On a Sunday?
Yeah.
And you had a show last night, right?
Yeah, I got home. I think I went to sleep around 2:30. Church was at 11:30.
Oh, that's not that bad.
And it's probably a 6-minute walk from my house. And
okay.
It's really no excuse.
No excuse to be late. To be late to church.
Yeah, but
that's funny.
But so the thing is when I get to church, it's desolate in there. There's not a lot of people in there, so I imagine that everyone's out just oh, it's too nice outside to go to church, so they're enjoying. So
at least you went out to church instead of being outside.
Yeah, so everybody's enjoying God's green earth instead of going to the house of God.
Isn't that a different kind of spirituality though? Enjoying the good weather,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's really nice outside.
It's so nice outside. I know.
Got a kale burger.
Kale burger? Are you a vegetarian?
I am not.
Why would you get why would you get a kale burger if you're not vegetarian?
Because that's what they had at the Logan Square Market.
Fucking hipsters.
I was thinking, man, am I a hipster when I ordered the kale burger?
That sounds like a very hipstery thing to do. Be oh, I'll have the kale burger.
Yeah. So
I didn't even know they made kale burgers. They're making kale into everything.
I didn't know they made kale. Well, I did because I went there last year and they had a kale burger, so I was kind of craving it. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wanted to get a kale burger, which is kind of
That is
a weird craving.
That's a very weird craving.
I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan. I don't eat a lot of meat, and I also don't eat beef or pork at all, unless like I get paid for it.
I love that. That's like the cutoff. Like I won't do this and this and this unless like I'm like I don't eat kale, but I would if I got paid for it. Yeah.
Because like I did a commercial for KFC and they had bacon on a sandwich. And I was just like, well, I'm getting paid for it, so I'm gonna eat it. You know.
Wow, that's so cool. You know, I'm from Kentucky, right?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
My sister used to work in Yum, which is what owns KFC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to, and their office is actually attached to Colonel Sanders' old mansion in Kentucky.
Seriously?
Yeah, he was a real dude. Like you could actually see it if you.
So he's not like Saint Nick or something like that.
No, he was an actual guy. Like
Oh.
yeah, like he was an actual guy. But there's like a big mansion. You can actually see it off the highway because I'm sure it was there before the highway was built.
Yeah.
But you could see it off the highway. And one time, my sister used to do HR for them. And one time I got to visit her. And during lunch, because we were going to grab lunch together, and she showed me around, like, she showed me, like, his old office that they kept, like, the same way he had it or something. So it's crazy. So, like, it's actually, part of the offices are in his old mansion, and they added on, like, another building to have more offices.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah. Huh. That's pretty cool, though. Was that fun to do that?
It was fun. I've never seen a commercial, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was like a test market commercial. And
so certain cities?
Certain cities or whatever. And it was a commercial that was completely improv. Because it was like to make KFC yours or something.
Really?
Like,
so you got to just do a lot of improv?
Yeah, whole commercial.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Like, you probably never get to do that kind of shit, like, in the commercial world.
Yes and no. Like, I mean, it all depends. It's like, you know, everybody was trying to hashtag something. So this is a whole market thing.
I wonder, if you improv something, like, on a commercial or a film, like, do you get credit for it, like a writing credit for it?
I don't think I got writing credit for it.
I know, that sounds weird, but it's just a question.
Yeah.
Like, if you're improvising stuff, like, technically you're the writer, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
What was your favorite hashtag you did for it?
So, during the shoot, it was very interesting because we're just going back and forth and it's like really just having fun. Mm-hmm. So one of the lines that I remember, because like the whole like staff just started laughing, and like the director and like the cameraman and then like even the extras in the back, they were all like cracking up. So I took a bite of the sandwich and we're just talking back and forth. I'm just like, yeah, it's like an out-of-body experience in my body.
I like that.
And I'm like, I don't even know where that came from, but it's like, he's like, yeah, that's the perfect way to describe that. And then we just kept on going back and forth, and they cut, and then everybody started laughing once they cut.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like something like if you're stoned, you'd say, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think at that point, after eating a bunch of
oh my God, how many did you have to eat?
Chicken and how many? I can't even count how many. But the thing is like, it looks great on the commercial, but like the sandwiches were like cold and dry and stuff like that. We had a spit bucket. Like it got ridiculous.
Behind the scenes of a food commercial.
It's just like a bucket full of like chicken that's been chewed a little bit.
Oh my God. I would not want the job of the bucket carrier on that set. That would not be fun.
Yeah. Hey, new bucket. Hey, I'm sorry, man.
Oh man, I guess. Oh, you have to eat that cold? That's not fun.
I think that was one of the hardest part of the commercial. It wasn't even eating it cold, but like after like doing it like for a while, like all day, like my mouth was just dry. You know, they're just like, all right, improv. I'm like,
man.
So
that's cool though that you got to do that on set. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that was about a year and a half ago. Yeah, that was my first like union commercial, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Commercial world. Oh, I forgot to turn off notifications on my phone, so it's making noise. My bad. Oops. Oh well, that's okay. No, that's pretty cool though. And I know you're moving to LA soon, right?
Yep. So the plan is I just put in my my resignation with my job about 2 weeks ago now.
Oh, wow.
And I gave him basically 2.5 months.
Notice.
And just so that way I can kind of get somebody in there, train them to do my job, because I feel like I'm really important.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, most people do 2 weeks notice. I do 2 months. Because it's going to take that long for the new person to catch up to where I was at.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. They're going to get in there and be like, this is easy. I'm like, shh, don't tell them.
So you're gonna say goodbye to a day job for like, you're gonna go to LA and be like, bye bye day job. No
yeah, for now. I mean, that's the plan until like I'm homeless or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? Homeless in LA is not that bad because it's warm
not
out.
that bad. I got a lot of friends there. Maybe I can like just park in their house and sleep in my car. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, but you know, we got a friend she's gonna live in her van, so that'll be fun.
I know sounds ridiculous to me. I don't know if I can ever live in a van.
Well, I mean, it's a nice van. I think it's got like a bed and it's got like a little kitchen and stuff like that. It's like done out nice, and it's kind of nice to like get rid of all your stuff. Like, that's my problem. Is I feel like I've got too much stuff.
Well, I think that's one of the cool things about moving, because I kind of feel like, and like I've kind of built a life here in Chicago. I have like, you know, furniture and even art and crap like that. So now I kind of feel like I can get rid of all that stuff and just like, you know, really focus and hone down on comedy, stand up, and,
that's awesome.
and acting.
Yeah, for me it's like, so, because I've got a lot of stuff, you know, and but probably the one thing I really want to hold on to is actually my mattress, because I've spent more money on that than any piece of furniture. Yeah. So I was like, I want to probably find a way to bring that to LA.
It is really nice. It's really nice, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, someday it'd be nice to like get a sponsor where I can like, you know, they can just give me a mattress.
That would be great.
Right? Yeah. I mean, this is built in for that. Or like at least like a Tempur-Pedic pillow or something.
Yeah.
Which I think that's the one you've got, the Tempur-Pedic.
Oh, okay. I was saying this is a really nice pillow.
That was given away for free with the mattress, like, because I talk them up a deal.
Oh, man.
I'm like, hey, what can you give me? What else can you give me? hey, I know the mattress is this price, but I know you could give it to me for this price.
Like, we'll give you this pillow. Don't mention it.
I'm actually a pretty good negotiator. Yeah, the point of negotiation, my dad always says, is like, you say your price, right? You'd be like, hey, I want it for this amount, and then just don't say anything else. You hold the silence as long as possible, make it as awkward as possible, and make them to be the first one to say something. Until somebody passes gas, and you'll be like, was that you or me? This is really nasty. You broke my negotiation tactic. But like, that's like for real, like legit, if you're trying to buy a car or whatever, like that's the thing. Because if you're the silent one, you're the one that has the power. Because then they'll be back, the other person will be back to, you know, they'll be like, well, what about this? And you just still stay quiet. Yeah. Then they'll keep, you stare at them. Then they'll keep until they negotiate the whole thing themselves. Yeah. And then they'll say, okay, I'm going to give you your price. You're like, thank you. Yeah, and that's it. That's all. And now I need a pillow. That's how you negotiate like a boss. You just like walk in there, you like super dressed up, you know, and you just walk in there super confident and you say as little as possible. That's actually how I got my last commercial. What? Yeah? Yeah. I just walked in there and they're like, all right, go. I was like... You just didn't say anything. The worst audition ever. Wait, so what? What was the audition for? No, oh man, I don't even remember my last audition. Actually, my last audition was for a random like movie or something, and it was like a self-tape audition. And I did it in Florida. I was in Florida a couple weeks ago. And so my sister was acting in it with me. She's not an actor. She's a doctor actually. But it's funny because she got really into it. I just needed her kind of like as an extra or whatever. But she's just like, I don't know how my makeup looks. No, you got to record that again. I look fat. I was like, are you serious right now? Like, they're not going to book you. They're not going to, like, you're not even like auditioning for it. I mean, it'd be one thing if the part was of a doctor, you know? Yeah. So that's crazy. Yeah. It's very interesting. That's fun though. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Yeah, auditioning for stuff, it's always a mixed bag of things, you know? Yeah, it's really putting yourself out there. It's like doing stand-up, but I think it's even more vulnerability because you go in there and you hope that you're going to do something that they like, and then like they don't call you. It's just like, well, what did I do wrong? Is there something wrong with my face? Did I say something wrong? Yeah, and like, it's really weird because some auditions you go in, sometimes people have reactions, sometimes they don't, you know? So sometimes it's like, one time I had to audition with doing stand-up, you know, like I had to go and do an audition because it was for this show. It was like a variety show or whatever. So I went in and I did like 3 minutes of stand-up, but like it's only for like 3 people, which is so awkward to do, you know?
Those are the worst, because it's kind of like, all right, that was the punchline.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't know, and then you think that they didn't like it, but then they like call you back. You're like, oh, okay, you didn't laugh, but clearly something.
Yeah, that one of the first commercials that I got was so like nerve-wracking when I got that call back, and then I went in there and did the call back, and I left, and I literally like got emotional. I'm like, what did I do that? I'm not gonna get it. And then they call me and I got it. I was like, well, I guess doing stupid stuff works. Like, I have no idea.
I was thinking about what TJ Miller talks about his audition for like Yogi Bear or whatever a lot. He did this audition. I think he went in with like one of those hats, like the ranger hats or whatever, and he was just ridiculous with it. And then for his callback, he rented a bear and did...
He rented like a real bear?
Yeah. I think he rented a bear and like did that as part of his audition, and he was just decided to go as outrageous for it as possible. And he's like super... Like he talks about that, like almost every time I see him do stand-up, he talks about that movie at some point. Like that's what he wants his credit to be known as in Yogi Bear 3D.
How do you rent a bear? Like,
I don't even in LA, like you can rent everything. You could rent, you know, man. You know, you can rent people's dignity in LA. I'm sure you can rent everything.
I'm actually gonna be renting my dignity out.
Hey, anyone in LA need some dignity?
Great prices.
I like that. That's no. I'm pretty sure like almost anything's like up for rent, which is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know you can like rent a bear. Do you need like a license to do that?
I don't
know. Did the bear need a handler? You just don't like...
I don't know. I know people that have rented some animals for like photo shoots. Like I know some people that have rented like monkeys and stuff. Like there are like certain companies that'll like let you rent certain animals, and maybe you have a trainer on. Maybe, I mean, like I would hope he had a trainer. I don't know.
You have to like sign off on it. It's like, hey, if this bear kills you, we're not responsible, but you do have to return it. Yeah,
if this chimp rips your junk off, you know.
It's like, you still owe us a deposit. Like, no, you can't.
Oh, man. But yeah, I think for movies and stuff, there's got to be these big companies where people rent out animals, you know?
It just makes me see like stuff like this makes me think of like dumb business ideas. Like, wait,
let's hear some dumb business ideas. Let's go.
I'm just like, I'm gonna get a bear and an aardvark. I don't even know what an aardvark is, and I'm like, I'm gonna rent them out for movies.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Oh man, like this is just like random. A duck-billed platypus. Does anybody need a duck-billed platypus? Like the weirdest animal for a movie.
Hey, you know what? I'm sure if somebody's out in the desert or something, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have used a duck-billed platypus in The Hangover. I'm sure they could have found a way to use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that tiger didn't have to, like, you know, be the focus.
But yeah, like they had to rent that tiger. Like, whose tiger is that?
And how do they get it to... Yeah. Whose tiger is that? That's crazy.
You know what's even crazier? That tiger is more famous than the both of us put together. Like sometimes I think about like how like they have these dogs and stuff like that, and like they're more famous than they're also making more money than us. Like you have a dog.
Here's the question: if the animal is like the star of a film, like who makes them? Like Air Bud, who makes the money? Is it Air Bud's owner? Is it the like studio? Did the studio buy the dog? Like how did like? Who makes that money? That money's got to go somewhere.
I think the owner has to make the money.
Right?
Because if the studio just buys it, like, isn't that slavery? Like, you just can't buy an animal. And then
the conspiracy of movie studios having animals as slaves.
You can't.
As actor slaves.
But wouldn't that be horrible if there's just like, you know, the man at the top just going to like shelters just like, I want that one. And he's just like...
I think you just created a great evil character for people to hate. Be like, And then, like, he's going to be put down? Well, would you rather die or be my slave?
What if the animal's, like, super depressed and, like, Offset is smoking and is, like, crying and stuff like that? It's like, we need you. It's like,
Or what if they need like an animal that's been through a lot of shit so that they can get to there emotionally for the role?
But like if they own the animal like a slave, they just put it through a lot of shit.
Oh no.
Which is even worse. There's like, we need them to look like he got hit by a car. I was like, well, let's hit him.
No, that's awful.
That's if it works that way.
But like, how do they make the dog? Like, how do they pee on? Like, you see so many movies where dogs will piss on somebody or piss on. How do they make the dogs pee on command?
What movies are you watching with dogs?
I just think of a comedy.
I
just think of some comedy somewhere where a dog like lifts his leg up and pees on like somebody.
Nope, I still don't know.
I know I've seen it. I know I've seen that in a movie somewhere. I'm not sure where.
I don't even know if that's a real command you would give a dog. Sit, lay down, pee.
No, that's what my question was. I didn't know. There's definitely movies where at least dogs like are humping a bunch of things. And
well, it doesn't take much for a dog to hump something, but
no. There are a couple movies, I'm sure there are, where a dog pees on stuff. Like Little Rascals, the dog peed on somebody for something.
Did he really pee on somebody?
I think so.
I think you're making this up. We're gonna have to Google
this. There are movies where dogs are peeing on people. I'm not making this up.
No, I don't know what kind of movies you're watching.
These are mostly family-friendly movies. These are like...
This is not family-friendly.
If a dog pees on something?
Yeah.
Like a dog... There's definitely some movie. I can't think of them right now, but I'm sure there is. If not, I'm just crazy. I'm just imagining.
It could just be camera tricks if it actually is happening.
Yeah.
They'll just show pee streaming, and then they'll just show the dog with his leg up. Yeah. And the dog might not actually be peeing, but
the command is that he lifts his leg.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
that makes sense. Thanks for solving that mystery for me.
People can't even pee on command. Like every time I go to the doctor, they're like, "Can you pee in this cup?" I was like, I'm gonna need some time. And you would be a little nicer.
You gotta give me a gallon of water. Oh man. Yeah, but there's a lot of things people have to do on, I don't know, burp on command. I used to put that on my resume.
Yeah. There was this audition I had to cry on command. That, literally, it was hilarious because during waiting to get in the room, you can hear people, trying to cry on command. And then everybody in the waiting room is cracking up. And I'm just like, this is not going to work. This is not going to happen.
What I do is I just physically do with my body what I would do if I cry. So I first start, breathing like this and if your body remembers different things. So if your body remembers it, it'd be like, it's the breathing pattern and then that helps your body remember when you cry. So I just do physically what my body would do, and my body the tears come from that. That's a little thing that I've done before, and it's just it's about the breathing. For me, everyone's got their own way of doing it, but for me, it's about the breathing pattern and what my body's doing physically. If I just recreate how I actually cry physically with my body, then the tears will come.
So physically with my body, I think I would have to stub my toe. That's because that's what makes me cry.
What?
If I stub my toe.
Just stubbing your toe? Is that the only thing?
It's very painful.
What about movies? Do you cry in movies? Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
No, okay, never mind. I cried last episode.
Somebody died?
Oh, shoot. I shouldn't. Wait, we should have a spoiler thing on this. Somebody died.
You're not spoiling it. Everybody, I haven't watched one episode, but I hear people die every episode.
Yeah, people. So somebody died, and it was a surprise, and it was really sad.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it always a surprise?
No, not always. Sometimes you're like, oh, I want that fucker to die, and they die. But then sometimes it's really a shocker, well, it used to be based on books, so the people that read the books knew what deaths were happening. But now the guy writing the books is so far behind that
the show.
Well, yeah, because it takes them years to write the books because they've got so many characters and everything. So then the show is ahead of the books right now. So then now deaths are happening where the people that have read the books didn't expect.
Oh, did you read the books?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I tried to, but they are really, man, they're just so long. It's kind of dull. Sorry, George R. R. Martin. But it's, I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting, and I wanted to get into them. It's just for me, especially because the narcolepsy, like, if I'm just sitting and reading, like, it's really easy for me to just fall asleep. That's why I do a lot of audiobooks and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But...
No, I'm not familiar with Game of Thrones.
What
I have cried when I watch, like, I don't know, Frozen.
Frozen? Frozen get you?
Nemo.
Yeah, all those Pixar up. If nobody cries like, that's a good test. If you don't cry within the first 20 minutes of Up, like, you have no soul. Like, that is so sad. No, not with him and his wife and her growing old and dying like that.
Yeah, well, they were old.
But they never got to go on their adventure. That's the sad part.
They're still old.
No.
Yeah, it's not like,
So you cry for Nemo, but you don't cry for Up. Because they're old.
Yeah. Well, because, like, freaking Nemo's mom died. And then, like, like, his dad's very protective. And then he learned, like, that's sad.
You're right. All the Pixar movies.
And then, like, the Frozen, like, their parents go off on a ship. And then, she just wants to build a snowman with her sister. And her sister can't.
That is sad.
That's really sad.
That is pretty sad. Yeah. So you're a fan of cartoons? Do you have nieces and nephews, or?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. But
you watch?
They're not the reason. Like, I went out and bought Frozen myself.
Oh yeah.
Like I was just like, grown man, I want Frozen.
Hey, you know what? It's a good. I love that. I think it's great. Blu-ray. Yeah. Is there a lot of good extras on there that's worth the Blu-ray?
There's some good extras on there. I really love cartoons. I still need to see Zootopia. That's really good.
I haven't seen that.
I just saw...
I saw Big Hero 6. I like that. Did you see that?
I heard that's good.
That's really good.
I haven't been to the movies in a long time.
That one's on video now, I think. Yeah, I don't usually...
watch that one.
That one's good. That one's... Actually, that's based on a Marvel Universe thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one's pretty cool. But it's, like, set in the future, which is cool. So it's, like, San Fran, Tokyo. So it's, like, a mixture of San Francisco and Tokyo. So it's, like, a cool mixture of cultures. Yeah. So that's a lot of... what I love about cartoons, there's so many more things that you can do with building a world than, like, reality.
Yeah. Like, I really like... the Incredibles.
That was
I think they're coming out with another one. They're also having Finding Dory. Now Dory gets lost.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna make me cry.
Yeah,
like even like the previews on the movies, and she's just trying to find her family. It's so sad.
It is,
and she can't remember anything. It's like even when she finds her family, how would she know?
Oh no, that's so bad. Yes, how would she know they're even her family?
Yeah.
What if she found them a long time ago and just didn't remember who they were?
What if she found them and they didn't know who she was because they forgot?
Oh, gosh.
Like, that would suck.
That does suck.
But then, like, how would you even know to remember to find them?
How would you even know to remember that they existed for you to find?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we're finding the problem, plot problems in finding Dory. I think we're discovering all the plot problems in finding Dory. Just some plot holes there.
Well, if you can't remember...
Yeah.
How do you remember having one?
Exactly.
What if Dory turns out at the end of the movie to be a test tube baby and she doesn't have a family?
Oh man.
So that's kind of a weird plot twist.
Especially the technology's so far gone in the fish world that they have test tube babies in the fish world.
Like she's a farm raised. I don't know what kind of fish she is, but like that. Like I don't know. Just thinking about that. That would be weird. That would be a really uncomfortable plot twist. Because I think a lot of parents would have to explain it.
They have to be like, what the hell is this? Now I gotta look up science and explain what a test tube baby is to my 3-year-old?
So at the end of the movie, they're gonna be like, okay.
Oh, that would be...
That was...
That'd be so fun to fuck with people, though, to have, like some weird thing that they have to explain to their kids.
Yeah, that'd have been awesome, man. Like, I know that's not going to be an ending, but if it could be, like, an alternative ending that, like, goes out on, like, I don't know, every, like, 100 DVDs or whatever out of 10,000 that weird plot twist is in there. So when the family watches it, they're just, like, really uncomfortable. And it's just like, what the... Seriously?
That'd be a funny sketch, actually. Just like with the kids afterwards being like, Now, I know Disney's trying to go more smart with the scientific stuff, but I feel like there were some things in that movie that we need to have a little chat about, okay? Yeah. That could be funny. Yeah. I like that idea. That's cool.
Oh, I'm still going to watch it. I didn't think about that the whole time. So I'll go watch these movies. I'll watch these movies, but I won't watch them by myself. I will buy them, but like if I want to really see one, I'll kidnap my nephew. Like, I want to take him to the movie. Like, although I want to go to the movie.
Kidnap your nephew, huh? Yeah. Very trusting uncle there. Be like, hey sis, can I just kidnap your son for a couple hours? Yeah. That's cool. How old's your nephew?
He is 4.
Oh, wow. That's a good age.
Yeah, he'll be 5 in August.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I have a couple nephews, too. They live in Louisville, or one lives in Louisville, one lives in Lexington, so I don't see them as much, but they're cool. They've got a lot of energy. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, he's a really cool kid. Like, it's just really interesting seeing, because it's my younger brother's child. My older sister doesn't have a kid. But, like, it's just interesting just seeing him grow up and change, and now he's in that question mode. Like, he was just like, why? It was just
to everything?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, crap.
Do you ever want to, like, you're just like, why? Like, if you ask why one more time, does it drive you?
No. The thing that drives me crazy is, like, he's also, like, very ADD, and I think which is common with a kid, but it's like, oh, that's why, and you start explaining to him, and he's done. He's, like, completely done.
So he's like checks out instead of just being like, oh, this why?
Like you don't really want to know why. You just learn why, so you're just using it.
You're like, oh, if I say why, people will just talk.
Yeah. So that's actually very interesting because as an adult, you can't use that just to like blow people off, but as a kid, you can.
There's so many things you can get away with as a kid that you can't as an adult, man.
Like if you're talking to someone and you're like, why? They'll start explaining it. You can't just walk away and play with a balloon. Like, they'll be, like, really pissed off.
Oh. I'm sure if you're really stoned, you could. If you got the excuse that you're like, hey, I'm stoned as fuck, like, I'm distracted easily.
I'm distracted easily, but, like, they would call you out. It's like, dude, you just asked me a question and then, like, started, like, painting on that wall or something. Like, it's just, it's not okay. But if a kid does it, it's like, oh, well, the reason, and they just like start like singing a song. It's like, wow, I guess I wasn't good enough to keep your attention.
Yeah, guess I wasn't there, man. Oh man, kids though, that's crazy. I don't know. Like I know people having kids and thinking about having kids. I'm like, wow, that's.
Are you gonna have kids?
Oh, I don't know. I used to be sure I wanted them. Now I'm like on the fence. I don't know. I think I want them. I think because of the narcolepsy stuff that's a bit more complicated, I'll probably have to go like the gestational surrogate route, like somebody else carry the baby for me.
Oh, really?
Well, the medicine I'm on, like, regardless of what because I don't trust the FDA that much. Yeah. Like, regardless of what the FDA says, the drugs, I know what they do to me. I wouldn't want to be pregnant and be on the drugs I'm on. And at the same time, if I went off my drugs, I would sleep all day. I would sleep like 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day, whatever. Wouldn't get anything done. I'd be fat and miserable and depressed, and that's not a good way to bring something into the world. Mm-hmm. I'd rather just freeze my eggs.
Also, like most moms do?
No, but
I'm playing.
Like I want to be doing things, and so I think I'd have a gestational surrogate. So I'd have I'd hire somebody. I'd have my own eggs, and whoever else's sperm, whoever ends up. Being that lucky person.
The lucky donor.
Or whatever. And then I'll just have them carry it. So then I don't have to worry about the pregnancy. Everything stays all, good. And then also that way I can be like, I can at least do a stand-up set at least once with like a drink in my hand and be like, guess what, you guys? I'm 7 months pregnant.
I'm pregnant. That's awesome.
Because that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, and
people
not that
would judge the hell out of you.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, look, let me finish this joke first.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing is that as much as I'd like to, I believe in energy and positive energy, and I think that you should bring a child into the world with positive energy, and I feel like if I was sleeping all the time, that's not a good energy to bring something into the world.
Yeah.
So, and, it also would give me more time, because if I freeze my eggs, then, they're good for like 10 years, so if I want to have a baby later, it's not an issue. I mean, I'm sure, like, I don't know. I think I want, like, 1 or 2, maybe. Yeah. I think that 2 would be good, I think. But it just depends on where my life goes. Like, I'm not I'm really about, where I'm going with my life and what I want to do, and, and there's a lot of things I have. Like, I used to have a dog. My parents decided to keep her. Mm-hmm. And I had this dog, and I love her, but I was out of town for almost 2 months back, November, December, back when I went to LA. Mm-hmm. So my parents were like, oh, we'll watch your dog for you. And I was like, great. And they're like, oh, we're going to keep her over the winter. Great. And I'm like, wait, we really like her. She gets along with our other dogs. We're just going to keep her. I'm like, that's good, and it's great for her because she's got a yard to play in, and it's great for me because I can stay out all night doing comedy stuff. I can go to other cities on a whim without getting a dog sitter. Mm-hmm. It's a lot more easier. And, like, that's just a dog. Like, kids, that's a way different level of stuff.
Yeah, they're 24/7. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I knew I wanted to have kids back when I was, like, in love and in a relationship. And now that I'm not, I'm like, I don't know. I could go either way on it. Mm. What about you? You want kids?
I think I'm in the same boat. Like, I kind of feel like, in an ideal world, yeah, I would have kids. But then, like, they're 24/7. You don't just get a dog sitter for them. Mm-hmm. You get a regular sitter, obviously, and then like they need you for the first several years of their life, like all the time. Like parents say, like, if it's quiet in the house, it's a good thing, but if it's like too quiet, that's when it gets scary. And I'm just like, I don't like to even think about that. When it's quiet in my house, I'm just like, this is great, Or I'm lonely, and then, I want to go hang out with some other, like, I don't have to worry about, like, a person that I'm responsible for might be, like, dying or something like that.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing with kids, it's like, I think I'm very lucky because I have really great parents. So I think, like, that because I have great parents, it's like, oh, I want to be a great parent to the kids. And I definitely want that. I think that a family is really important. But at the same time, it's just about what works and what makes sense with my lifestyle and what I'm doing at the time, Yeah. If I'm off doing stand-up every night or going out and doing movies for 3 months here or there or whatever I end up doing in the future, it's a weird thing, know? So, I don't know. But, my brother wants to have, like, 5 or 6 kids, so, like,
I think he just wants to have a lot of sex, if you ask me. 5 or 6 kids is a little ridiculous.
No, that's what he wants. Like, and his wife, well, they just got married in December. His wife was like, we'll make it 3.
Yeah, like, 5 or 6 kids? No. Wow.
No. Yeah. But, I don't know. I actually had a weird dream the other night. I had a dream that they both had twins, and I had to rescue them.
The twins?
No, that my brother and his wife had twins, a boy and a girl, and I had to rescue them.
Well, you had to rescue the twins, or your brother?
The twins. I had to rescue the twins.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what are the twins doing to their parents? Where you have to rescue the parents?
Oh man, that would be awful. Yeah. Like if they were just so bad.
Yeah. Oh no, come with me.
Oh gosh. Oh, that sounds like a B horror movie, like ready to be made.
I think especially with kids, like, I think one of the most important things about having kids is, besides them being 24/7, like, care, you gotta make sure you find a good partner for that. And I think that's one of the things is maybe I'm in a point in my life where I'm just like, I don't think I have a good partner, or I found a good partner that I would want to have kids with. So it's just like, I don't really feel like I would, because, like, I think that's important. You can't have kids with a jerk.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, you can totally have sex with a jerk, like, Yeah. But, like, kids, it's like, ooh, wow.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, I think it is hard to find, like, the right thing. And it's, I don't know, for me, like I said, my parents, they've been together, they've been married almost 32 years, and they're, like, legit still in love. Like, and it's like, you can see that. They freaking flirt. Like, I know they still have sex. Like, you can tell just the way they flirt. And I'm like, guys, come on. Like, they're like teenagers sometimes.
Like, I know my parents still have sex. I refuse to accept it, though. That's the thing. I was like, I'm just, no.
Yeah. No, it's just, but they're totally in love. And, like, that's the thing. Like, I think because I have that example, I can't settle for anything less than that.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm going to be with somebody in that way for, like, life, like, it has to be their level of love.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to find. And so it's like, it's like, I'm not going to settle for something that's just, like, okay. Yeah. Or, like, hey, I can tolerate this person. Yeah. Or, it has to be that level of love. And, until I find that, I'm not, I don't know. I can't settle for anything less than that. I don't think. Just because I grew up seeing that, so I don't know. But maybe I think maybe my person just isn't in Chicago. I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe they are. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. It's like,
I don't think everybody just has one person, though.
Oh, no, I don't think there's one person. I think there's definitely lots of people that you could be compatible with, but it's all about timing.
Yeah, it's either a bunch of people or nobody. I think I'm at nobody right now.
Well, I'm kind of dating somebody, and I like him, so we'll see where that goes. But at the same time, comedy is kind of important, so that's kind of takes priority over everything right now. And the people I date have to get that.
See, I'm not dating anyone at this point, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, I think I'm just getting old. I'm at the point where I'm just like, just get tired of like trying to impress people or, manufacture fun.
Manufacture fun?
Yeah. Especially when dating, especially like dating when it first starts off, I think like guys get a bad rap, especially because we're responsible for like fun, and like a first date or a second date, like you'll plan this out, and if it's not fun, it's just like, oh, this guy sucks, and this is like, well, maybe this was just not a fun experience, but it's not my fault. Like I feel like we take the brunt of the blame of something not being fun. Like we go out and get drinks and we don't like necessarily is not the best environment. Maybe it's too loud and blah, blah, blah. Or like you go to, like I've been to a movie and I've actually blamed the girl because she picked a stupid movie.
But is it really her fault to blame or your fault for letting her pick the movie?
She really wanted to go to this movie and
what movie?
Really didn't. It was like Piranhas 3D.
What? That sounds like the dumbest thing ever.
Exactly. That
sounds like a movie you go to when you're like 13 just to like make out and not actually watch the movie.
It was like the worst movie ever. And at first when she suggested it, I'm like, you play it, right? I thought it was a joke. But she was serious. I'm like, I guess we're going to watch this stupid ass movie. And then like, I guess the worst part about it is after the movie ended, she's like, yeah, so that was really good. I was like, I hate you. Like,
oh, God. No. If you
and then she also liked the movie.
If you can't agree on those basic things, like liking some of the same things, it's just...
But then, like, that's also me saying, like, just because the movie was really bad and, like, we have a difference of opinion, I basically blamed her for it. I was like, I never saw her again after that.
Well, I think that, I mean, at least props to you for at least, like, planning out dates. Like, I feel like a lot of guys are like, hey, what do you want to do? Oh, where do you want to go? Like, and it's so annoying. It's like, sometimes it's like, man up. Like, either be like, hey, I'm going to, like, I love it when a guy's like, hey, I'm going to pick you up, or hey, we're going to go to this place at this place, and they just get on it, versus guys that are like wishy-washy, like, I don't know, like, just be confident in your choice, man. And if it sucks, it's Chicago. We can take a cab somewhere else. We can walk somewhere else.
Yeah. See, that's the cool part. And then also, like, and I guess that's where I'm at, in a sense where I was just like, yeah, I can do that or not do that. And, like, it's so much easier not doing that. Like, like, hey, should I call this girl or text this girl and like see if we can hang out this weekend or not do that? And I can just not do that and be fine with it. It's like,
but that's the thing. You gotta like someone enough to be like, oh, I want to go out of my way to see this.
And it's funny, like, I like them enough where I was like, I want to hang out with them, but do I like them enough where I just have to put in effort?
So you're like, you like them enough to Netflix and chill, but not like them enough to take them to dinner.
You know what? I don't even like them enough to Netflix and chill.
What?
That even takes work for me, because it's like...
Wait, hold on. Explain, what is the work you have to put in for Netflix and chill? What, clean your apartment, get some condoms? Like what? Like, what kind of effort do you have to put in for Netflix and chill?
My apartment's already cleaned. I already got condoms, so that's not it. Actually, I don't have internet right now, so I can't...
Wait, what? You can't do Netflix and chill because you don't have internet. What are your internet?
I can Blu-ray and chill. Like,
oh no! Blu-ray and chill.
I can watch YouTube videos on my cell phone, but other than that, like,
that is... Wait, why don't you have internet? How can you live without internet?
It's a long story, but in short, I will say this. My roommate recently moved to New York, and he took care of the internet. That was his only bill. I take care of all the other bills. So every now and then, the internet would go off because he didn't pay for it. So now that he's in New York, I have no idea if he's paying for it right now or not. I have no idea I don't even know what he wants her to do with the modem, but it's just not working right now.
Do you know that this could be solved very easily by just texting your roommate, your old roommate, or like calling him and be like, hey, yo, what's up? Do you still pay the internet? Because it stopped working. And they'd be like, yes or no. And then you call Comcast and figure it out.
And he's not that responsible.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah. No. I mean, like I said before, like the internet. So I pay the gas. I pay the electricity, right? All he has to do is pay the internet bill. Like once a month, the internet would go off because he didn't pay for it. And he uses the internet more than I do because he's at home more than I am. So it's just like, now you want me to go at a larger responsibility for him.
Roommates can be pain in
the ass. He moved and like he got a job in New York. So like now I just found a roommate to rent his room. But in his room he still has clothes, shoes, a bunch of stuff, and it's just like I'm like I have no idea if he's gonna pick this stuff up or not. Like I have no idea, and it's just like, dude, you're supposed to take care of this. Also, he's supposed to probably take care of.
Sorry, that's just an alarm I have for like kind of like
okay.
timing wise to like maybe we could wrap it up, you know, okay, like cool. But no, wait, continue the story.
So also he didn't find somebody to rent his room. He's just like, I gotta move in 2 weeks. And I don't know, what are you gonna do?
Oh, so it's kind of, that's not cool.
Yeah, so I'm just like, like the internet was, kind of the bottom of the totem pole. That hasn't bothered me that much because I'm never at home.
No, that makes sense. But I guess you gotta like be like, hey girl, can I go over there and Netflix and chill?
This is more work for me. Then I gotta get an Uber and then maybe bring wine and then try to be, I don't know, charismatic.
So much work just to be charismatic. Oh my god,
charismatic. It's so much work.
You think that it's just a talent that just naturally happens, but you gotta work on it.
You gotta do research. I have to Google that stuff, which is difficult.
You Google how to be charismatic?
Yeah, you have to Google like, hey, what should I, conversation starters, or like when to make the move and stuff like. How
old are you?
I don't Google that.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, you're 33. You should know when you should make the move. Like I think at that point in your life, you should know, hey, this is the point where I make the move.
I know where I make the move, but I kind of need Netflix for that. I usually make the move either like during like Planet Earth.
Well, yeah, these are your go-to move making.
No, I didn't even know that was my move until like I did it a couple times. I was just like, wow, that's totally my move. I turned on Planet Earth, like, yeah, girl, this is how beautiful the planet is. Almost how beautiful you are. Oh
my god, that is so cheesy, but I bet it works.
Oh man, so I think I just been in a mood lately. As of late, I was just like, I'm moving anyway, but like I don't even feel like trying, and I think that sucks. Maybe that's me getting older, because I think especially as a grown man, and a friend told me this, it's just like I've tried all my experiments as far as like working with women and try to figure out what works, and like as a grown man I realized it's like nothing really works. Like the averages is still the same. Like 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna hook up with you, and I'm just like,
but the question is why is the hooking up the goal? Why isn't the goal to be something
I think sometimes it is to hook up, sometimes it's just like I want to hang out with someone that's cool. Now I think in my point of view, like I don't even feel like hooking up, so I'm just like, I'm like, do I really want to have sex with this girl or not? So I'm just like, not. Like and it's like even women that I've hooked up with before, I was like, I don't think I really want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess for me, if I was just hanging out with someone without the sex part, it's like, I've got lots of fun friends that I can hang out with that I don't need, sex from. So it's like, I don't need that, but it's like, oh, yeah, like, the sex is added in. Okay, yeah.
I have a lot of friends that are women that, it's cool to hang out with them. We never had sex. We don't have sex and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just like, man, I'd rather have fun with my friends, rather than like trying to be on a romantic, date or excursion.
It's like a different level of pressure.
With hope,
yeah. With hope. You're like, I'd rather have no hope at all and just be in the friend zone than
Well, exactly. You have a great time. It's like, oh, well, I have to work in the morning. It's like, I spent all my time in money for you to tell me you have to work in the morning. We could have like left early. There's like a little hair flying right now. Did you get that camera?
What?
It was like just a little hair.
I doubt the camera would see that.
That would be awesome if it did.
Yeah, we could just make lots of little hairs appear, and I don't think it'll notice. So, since we're winding down, there's a question I always ask people, because this is sleep related. So I ask people, what are your dreams, and not like your dreams at night, but like your dreams, aspirations for your like career in your life.
Oh man, so shoot, I should probably get this planned out since I'm moving. So, my aspirations right now, currently, my current goal, more like near-term goal, is just to do comedy on the road. So I'm gonna do like colleges and clubs and stuff like that.
Like you've been doing.
Yeah, like I've been doing. I guess just kind of ramp it up a little bit, since it's kind of like my full-time job. So if I don't work enough, I probably won't eat enough. But I'm gonna look amazing because I'll lose a lot of weight. But so LA, I'm gonna really, hit the scene hard with acting and writing for the most part. And I'll hit a couple clubs every now and then, but for the most part, my job there is really acting and writing. And so long term, I like any comic. I mean, my love for comedy is like the top. So I want to get my own Comedy Central special or HBO special. That's what I want. And aside from that, just like movies, sitcoms. Whether I'm writing or acting, and that's what I want to do.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I think those are good goals, man. Yeah. So you're going to the right city for it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, some people go out there and they just become homeless. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, maybe the first goal is like go out there and survive enough not to be homeless.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So
that sounds.
And I think this year's been pretty good for me as far as just like doing college shows and then doing clubs around the country. So I kind of feel that I'm working from a good foundation. Hopefully, that's the hope, and I can kind of take this leap forward and see where it takes me.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for doing the podcast. Thank you.
Appreciate
and I always end with saying good night and thongs. Good night.
Oh man, it's so comfortable. I sleep so pretty.
You're like, oh, this is how I sleep all the time.
I gotta put makeup on.
Oh wait, one other thing. Girls, do you ever feel like girls that stay over, they'll like sneak out, put makeup on, and then lay back in bed?
Is that a thing that happens?
Some people do.
I didn't. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about that.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh no! Some girls will do that. Some girls will like specifically like sneak out, put on makeup on, and so then guys will just think that they woke up like that.
That's weird. I dated this one girl, and like, well, she didn't do that in the morning, but like every time, like maybe late night, like she'll like wash up and get made up and stuff. I was like, you don't have to do that. I know what you look like.
Yeah, this is why I don't wear any makeup to like not have that expectation. It's like like I put a lip gloss on today and that's it. Like I'm like like this is just how I look. This is it. So that way if I am made up, I can look like amazing.
Yeah.
All right, this is the extended version of the podcast. So.
All right,
good night.
Now we're gonna.
Now we're actually. Thanks for listening to Sleeping with Sarah, where I slept with Sydney Adeniyi. You can catch Sydney the whole month of June at Zany's in Old Town. You can also follow him on Twitter at Sydney Adeniyi. Remember, this podcast is sponsored by Audible, so you can go to audibletrial.com/sleepingwithsarah and get yourself a free audiobook. I'm releasing a new podcast each week. Be sure to tune in to find out who I have in bed with me next. Thanks to Josh Bryant for the music. You can also view the video on YouTube or follow me on Twitter at Sarah Albritton. Until next time, good night.
Sleep